Good morning. Thank you for coming out. My name is Sid Ryan. I'm the president of the Ontario Federation of Labour. We represent roughly 1 million workers across Ontario. On June the 26th, we hope to bring literally thousands of members to the streets to send a signal to the world leaders that the economic crisis was not created by workers in this country or indeed any countries around the world. If you take a look at what's happening in countries like Greece and in Ireland, you can see where there are massive riots in the streets as a result of the bond markets essentially and the bond traders putting pressure on governments to get out of the stimulus packages that have been implemented to try to alleviate this world crisis, this financial crisis. And in the course of that, we can see pensions being slashed, public services such as health and education being slashed by 20 to 30% in countries like Greece and indeed even in Ireland. We do not want that agenda to come to our doorstep. We know that we depend upon the stimulus packages to be able to maintain the public services that we've got in this country, particularly with respect to our municipal services, people on welfare, the whole question of the education system that we've built up in this country, whether it be post-secondary or primary, and indeed the healthcare system is in jeopardy as well if you look at what's happening in other countries. So the signal we're sending is that we want a peaceful protest. We've been working with the police, extremely disappointed today, even though we've worked extensively with the police in terms of the march route that we're going to be taking, how far away from the fence we're going to be. Even today, just to hang our banner on that particular fence behind us, we were told, no, that's not acceptable. That's coming from the police today, even though we've been working with them as partners the last 2 months. We've rerouted our march away from Trinity Bellwood. We've rerouted our march away from taking it across the Lakeshore Boulevard. We've rerouted it away from Yonge Street. No matter how much we bend over backwards, we still run into stone walls as we did here today. So it doesn't go well. I mean, this kind of approach where we work with them, we're trying to put on here a family-friendly protest. We want families, we want to bring their children out. We want them to bring their relatives out. Nobody should be afraid of marching with the Labour movement. And yet, we've got this armed fortress in our city, the likes of which I've never seen. I've been in Margaret Plata in South America. I've been in Seattle. I've been in Quebec City. I've not seen anything like I'm seeing here today in this past week in terms of police mobilization. I would just hope that they keep the riot police with their Darth Vader gear and their sound machines and their sound cannons, keep them away from our protests. We've got a legitimate right to be on the streets. We've got a legitimate message around the creation of jobs, around their environment, around women's maternal health. They're the kinds of issues that we want to talk about. They're the issues that our members want to talk about, and we should not be subjected to this armed fortress and this intimidation as we lead ourselves into what should be a family-friendly protest.